It's Louis here, hope you're all well. Today we're looking at Vechain on the weekly time frame at first, and ever since the FTX capitulation right here, I was able to tell you that any pump towards this resistance is just going to result in continuation lower. We do have lower targets towards the lower end of 1 cent, and we could actually go sub 1 cent, and yeah, we'll look into that in today's update and go step by step. So we had a shooting star and we are actually reversed in the short term, so we were just trying to fill in this supply, but of course, as this is where the supply begins from here to there, if we're not closing above even the opening, the beginning of this resistance, we're just going to continue low. And we've seen that with this bigger momentum starting to continue a bit of momentum and take out this low that we formed over here. And we'll just look into this a bit closer on the daily time frame. We have a target to the downside of this head and shoulders pattern over here. If I were to draw a neckline, we can draw one like this. And so your target would be from the top here to the bottom, put that on the breakdown. And so we've got a target at the moment out of the head and shoulders patterns target, 0.1396. This would be my target for Vechain. We're expecting to head to this target over the next weeks. So if we're using a fib, zooming in a little bit, looking at this FTX capitulation, I'm just going to move over this target to the bottom. So looking at this capitulation, we'll zoom into these moves on the daily time frame, and we can see we pushed down at first and spiked back up, pushed down again, spiked back up, pushed down, spiked up again. So although this was longer to the side, a longer duration of time, it's the same as this, it's the same as that. These were just a shorter period of time, but it's exactly the same thing. It's still a fib retracement, just a long time to happen, and then continuation down. So we'll look into all of those and the targets to the downside. But what I can see is that we at first spiked from here. So I'm going to use the fibs from the top to the bottom, see where we stopped at. It's telling you that we stopped at the 382. So this is just one example where the fibs price did not actually continue above the 382. This is something that we've seen across other cryptos, for example HBAR and Quant with the 382 fib, Quant being 125. I forgot what it was for HBAR, but as long as you're not closing above the 382 over here, we're not continuing higher. So we ran into it as resistance and we started to continue lower. So as we're coming down, I need to put fibs from here to here, and it's going to give me some targets to the downside. The 1.272 here, and we actually started to come back up after meeting one of its potential targets, which ended up being a short-term bottom. And so as we started to come back up, I'm going to measure this to see that if we ever lose this level, we're going to oh no, I forgot about this one, from the top to the bottom, my apologies. And we've run into the golden pocket. So just as we explained, we've pushed down because we already made that lower low below this. Even when we come up, it's just a push into key resistance, and then you continue lower with a lower low. And so you can see us coming back up here. So I'll just measure that one more time. But as we know that this is the point of rejection over here. As we measured from there to there, this is our point of rejection. We need to get targets to the downside. I know we quickly reclaimed it here, but we eventually lost it again. As we lost the low, we need targets to the downside to see where this price is actually going. So this is how we'll get the targets. This is all taught in my education, which is currently discounted at the moment until the end of the year. If you're interested, hit the link underneath this video. It'll take you to my Twitter where you can private message me for a discount, whether that's on my course or my mentorship. Unfortunately, though, I only have 2 slots on the mentorship left where I do teach you one-to-one. And you of course get the course included and my chat included in that fee. So if you're interested in that, message me on my Twitter. Otherwise, let's continue. And of course, like this video, subscribe, comment, and share if you can, and leave the turn the notification bell on. But with this being the 1 fib, if we're losing that, we have these targets. In some cases, the 1.272 can act as a short-term support. We completely went through that, so we're just heading to the 1.618. At the moment, you can see we actually bounced off it right there. So I need to zoom in on the 4-hour time frame and see what's actually going on in this area. You can see this. There's some short-term support, this area of demand over here. We've bounced off it twice. So as we have a new wick low, it's about this new wick low. This is your short-term demand area. So I'm going to make this green. As long as we're above this, we've got a chance of going up. But as we can see with these EMAs, we're under the 1 fib level. These are signaling that we're in a downtrend. The expectation is that we continue lower with Vechain. You can also say that this is a descending triangle. So if we were to get a target, once we're losing this wick over here, well, to be honest, let's just wait for this wick to be lost. Once that's actually lost over here, we've got a target down to the 2 fib. That makes sense. Once you lose the 1618, it's down to the 2. But actually, we have further targets down here: 1.5, 1.48, 1.45. These are the expected targets for Vechain going forward. And that's it for today's update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you're new around here, please do subscribe.